couple people have been asking everything that I use to copy the Bible. I've done other videos before, but I want to focus strictly on two categories, what you absolutely need and what I use. Number one thing you need is a Bible, whatever translation you want to copy from. And the number two thing you're going to need is a notebook. Obviously a pen or a pencil, depending on what you want. I would say a red pen or other color pen for the words of Jesus is necessary. That's just me though. Now let me talk about specifically what I use. I'm using a Stalogy B5 notebook. The reason I'm using it is because look how big that is. If you're writing the Bible down word for word, you want it to be somewhere big. And this is 365 pages. It's supposed to be like a daily journal. But the fact that it has 365 pages has a lot more room. If you're worried about your handwriting, grid paper goes a long way. These pages are all grid paper. I would not try this in a bullet journal or anything that wasn't lined. The grid helps me because I like to have margins. I want to have margins in it so I can write notes later. Get something as long as it has a grid. The pens I use Sakura Jelly Roll pens. I started using Sharpie pens and I just didn't like how they look. These, not everybody likes the writing experience, but something I like about these are archival ink. So archival ink is designed that over time it's not going to fade. If you want to keep something for a really, really long time, especially like in your family, like I'm doing, you want to get something that's going to last a long time. Black I use for all the other words, red for the words of Jesus, and blue for annotations. And I like these because they're retractable. Now let's move on to the category of things that are not necessary, but you might want to start with. If you're worried about mistakes or fitting, because I use margins, I want everything to fit within these margins. If I'm not sure that a word's going to fit, I first do it with a pencil, and I also use this to kind of lay out the margins. This is not necessary at all, but I also have a calligraphy pen. This is something new that I added, just because I want the numbers to look big. That's just a preference though. You will make mistakes, so I probably should have put this in the necessary category. I use a jelly roll, like a white jelly roll. This is for any mistakes that I make. If I put a wrong letter, wrong spelling, I want to go back immediately and fix it. I like these pens. They do take a little bit to dry, but just be patient. This is absolutely not necessary, but if you have one, I think it's great for on the go. So this takes up a little bit less space and I can lay it on the pages. So I can zoom in on the words. I can make them as big as I need to. I can scroll. It's a lot harder when you're in a Bible and you're like, I find myself losing my place so much. So if you have an iPad, especially an iPad mini, that's great. That's everything that I use, necessary things and not necessary. And let me know if you guys have any more questions.